But then he came. He cut through them like a sickle through a field. His furies are passing their own. He is faster, more relentless. I believe him now to be more than just a man. He is Doom.
Demons, it's 4 p.m. Time for your slaying.
The Doomslayer is back, and might I add that he's extra pissed this time. The demons are taking Earth, angels are being complete assholes, and people are getting fucked in between. How did we get back from hell? Who cares? How did Samuel Hayden get fucked? Who cares? How did this world turn this corrupted? Who the fuck cares? We are here for one thing only, and that's to rip and tear until it is done! Seriously, no joke. Nothing is explained, and it honestly doesn't fucking matter. The game is just that damn good without it. Certain things are explained through flashbacks and the like, but the only real cutscenes are of the Doomslayer being a complete and utter badass. If your asshole is itching that bad that you really just need to know everything there is about the Doom world, then there are some lore pages in the game that you can read at your disclosure. You're welcome. Graphics are just as good as before or even better. They have this cartoonish vibe to it, which is very reminiscent to the old style of Doom. Super slick. Sceneries this time around, as opposed to staying a certain theme like the industrial hellish theme from Doom 2016, vary from location to location. The zones are awesome to look at. So much beauty in the destruction around you. One mission you're in hell, the next you're at an ice palace, the next you're at a GameStop returning all the other games you own besides this one. The locations also feel very arcade-like, but I'll get back to that later. While fighting in those locations, your sole companions are your weapons, your balls. Women beware, you'll end up with balls playing this game, as the ball growth this game provides is about 1 centimeter diameter per minute. And the fucking soundtrack! Oh my god! Mick Gordon, you've done it again. He sheds his humanity and provides yet another godly soundtrack. Every second I felt like I was on steroids. My veins were pumping gasoline, I was sweating blood, and every breath I took was like breathing fire. The gameplay had been improved tenfold. The amazing people back at id Software definitely went back to Doom's 2016 and said, how can we make this even better? Everything from the movement to the mechanics have been drastically overhauled. I haven't been able to play a shooter this good in a long time. And this game will make a boy into a man, a virgin into a Chad, a mortal into a god. Everything about the gameplay is so fluid. There's a variety of guns to choose from, and trust me, you'll be using them all. All guns are pretty balanced out, and you'll have to constantly switch in order to counter demons. Certain guns behave better on certain enemies, while others are used in other ways. I'm looking at you, Shotgun Hook. Before you know it, you'll be chucking grenades, shooting rockets, and unloading shotgun shells at anything in your path. There are runes, suit upgrades, weapon upgrades to change up your playstyle, and those definitely play a part more than they do in 2016. Consumables are easily displayed by going retro style and making them all bright pickups. Easy to see them that way, and you'll need to be able to see them when you're zipping and zooming past everything on those maps. Going back to that comment I made, those levels are really well structured to where it has an arcade-like feel. So much space and so many nooks and crannies to run in between. I always felt that there was some way to get to the other side of a map, and it feels so damn good to do it. Level design team, you should be damn proud of this. You'll be constantly dashing, hooking, and jumping out of the way of the enemy attacks. Everything is after you, and you need to use everything you have to kill all demon kind. I played this game on Nightmare, and the title definitely stood. I felt like I was in a nightmare the whole damn time, and the fight just felt eternal. I was dying all the time, but I never felt discouraged. I never complained. This game made me want to get better. I had to get better. The combat was just that good. Throughout the game, you can find collectibles, secrets, and if you're so inclined to unlock a secret weapon, you can test your skills in the Slayer Gates. These will definitely separate the mortals from the slayers, as you are thrown into a pit with tons of enemies, and yes, you'll die, but keep trying and you'll get so good at the game that everything just isn't difficult enough anymore. But don't worry, if that ends up happening to you, there's always the master levels that you can turn to, which turn the regular levels into one huge Slayer gate. So far, there's only about 2, but holy hell, those are true tests of will. I've died so much to those. These are to be added over time, and I cannot wait for the others to come out. Only complaint I could possibly give is the multiplayer was slightly lackluster. Although still fun, battle mode is glitchy and doesn't really satisfy my craving. It's not awful, I've played a couple of matches, it's just not as good as it could have been. You get power-ups that you can use, but those are finite and only a couple really match up together well, just not that in-depth in general. Not to mention, the game mode definitely benefits the Slayer at the moment. Rocket Launcher plus Ballista combo is super broken. Perhaps these issues will be ironed out with future patches, but as is, it's just something to do while taking a break from dying in the campaign. I really wish they brought back the arena shooter from Doom 2016 and improved on it, just like they improved everything else. I'm sure it would have turned out better than before, possibly add it in the future? However, honestly, battle mode doesn't really weigh the game down very much. You can actually just ignore it if you like and love the game on its own. It's not an issue. Will another Doom game be made? Probably not, but at least the DLC should be coming up soon, and I'm anxious to know what they'll come up for it. Perhaps lore-tied story missions, or possibly new modes to play? Only time will tell, but here's hoping that it'll be well-made DLC. I really don't want the content to end just because I honestly don't think another FPS will be this good for a long time to come. It kinda makes me sad, but happy that Doom turned out this good. With this combat, they should definitely try and make a Quake remake. Bethesda, don't fuck this up. Give Quake to id Software, and I'm sure another banger is to come. Doom Eternal was conjured up to please the series fans, and it's so damn good that anyone can pick it up and fall in love. Fast-paced, extremely difficult, overall badass. So much improvement, and this definitely shows how much the people at id Software loves Doom. I give this game 10 slain demons out of 10. Woo! That was a damn good game. Well, now that the review is over,
Time to slay more demons! Oh, demons!